Hello, hello. Happy Monday. Yay for another week, right? I never know when to actually say hello because it doesn't pop up for like 13 seconds and I'm making a funny face. I can see myself making funny faces now. Make sure that you say hello, that you give me the thumbs up, and that you also leave a little comment, give a thumbs up, share. I give away prizes every week, or a prize every week, for doing those things for me. It helps my business, it helps to grow it, the reach, and all that fun stuff. Last week, I showed these two ribbons, and this is going to go to one person, and that person is Kathy Goldie. So, Kathy, I will see you this Saturday at class, so I will bring these with me. I have something else team-wise for you, your little goodies for always being my right-hand lady. So I will put that in your bag as well. Hello, Kathy. Hello, Nancy and Marcia. Hello, Sharon and Linda. I hope you guys are having a great Monday. I hope you all had a great weekend. My birthday was yesterday, and do you know what I did? The best thing ever. I took a nap. It was great. I enjoyed it. And then I realized that I guess that probably means I'm getting older if nap time is really my thing. So, next week's gift is going to be Beside Me. This is actually a really cute stamp set. I have it and I have never even opened it. So I don't, I should use it because, you know, this would be great for a Father's Day card. Thank you, Dad. Grateful for you all year long. You've always been there for me. This is a great Father's Day, or for any male in your life that has been inspirational and that has, you know, been a big part of who you are. So, but this will be next week's prize. This is also a celebration item. So if you want to get a last minute $50 order in, then you can actually get that stamp set right here. Oh, thank you, Sharon. Yeah, but you know, when I was younger, I used to celebrate all month long. Now I really don't want to celebrate. I just want to take a nap. That's it. That's all I want. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Hey, Verna. Today, we are going to use the Planted Paradise. I feel like this is a sleeper set in our mini catalog because I have not seen a lot of products or a lot of projects using this set. I have, yes, see, Nancy, exactly. It is a great male masculine card for anybody. It is fantastic. And Kathy, yes, naps are good. We were actually given this, we did a kind of an on-stage virtual with Stampin' Up, and all the demonstrators that actually participated, that purchased it, all received this stamp set in our little like thank you gift box, whatever you want to call it. And I kind of went right into using it because I thought it was a great stamp set, and I made this card. And then we did this at class because I really enjoyed it. So this was in my January class. And then I put it aside and didn't use it again. So we're going to make 3 projects. Yesterday, I posted on my Facebook page, I posted this project. I realized that I haven't even posted this on my team page, but this is for a team project. So surprise! We have some challenges and stuff that we do on our team page. And so this little bag and using that Planted Paradise. And then I have a couple more here. This card right here is for my tutorial bundle that I do with demonstrators from around the world. This will be for March's tutorial bundle. So I really started playing with it and then couldn't stop. So I'm going to put you down on the table and we will get started with our cards for tonight. Now let's see if I can remember what the buttons look like with the new stuff. All right. Give me 2 seconds. Let me tighten it up real quick. All right. This is the host code for this week's projects. So I'm going to leave that there. If you have questions, let me know. All of the projects for tonight are posted on my blog, and it does have the measurements and it has the link to all the products if you want to purchase that. Thank you, Sharon. Here, I'll lay those out for you while I get myself together. This is one that you'll see on Friday. This will be the last card I post. See, I kind of went crazy with it. But it's simple and easy. It's your simple stamping because it is just the stamp set. Here, hold on. That's my first basket, sorry. You would think I'd already be organized, but apparently I'm not. And I just untied my bow. All right. This is going to be our first card. I wanted something a little springy, a little summery feeling. Thank you, Verna. All right, so I'm going to actually move that back a little bit. Let me see if I can adjust. All right. We're going to do, now the only thing is this stamp set does not have dies. It is just the stamp set. So whatever you stamp and want to pop up or whatever it is, you do have to fussy cut it out. So I'm sorry about that. Another great thing before we get started that I want to show you about this stamp set is it is reversible. So what that means is that you can stamp it with this side, which has details on it. And so it'll put the impressions onto your paper. So you'll see the part that's basically whited out so that it creates a design. The other side of it is completely solid. And you can either do it in a different color so that it shows up and creates, like a different color for those white areas. Or you can do it like a lighter color of that version, or you can just leave it like this. So there's so many things that you can do, but it is a reversible stamp. So when you flip it, it gives you that solid image as well, which I love. I love the reversible stamps that Stampin' Up! Has come out with. Okay, so we're going to take our card base and we're going to fold it over. And we are going to take this piece right here. This is going to go on our inside. And I'm going to go ahead and take the Daffodil Delight and just stamp a little something on the inside. Just like that. We'll flip that over. We're going to grab some of our Seal Plus. And then we will stick this on the inside. So that is less for us to do at the end once we do all of our fussy cutting. All right. Then we've got this piece here. Now this is going to go on our front and it's a little bit smaller. And what I did in the background so that it wasn't so stark white there in the center is I took some Pool Party and I took a blender brush and then I blended in the center of it. And I'm going to grab a little scrap sheet of paper here, which I think I need to probably re-ink my Pool Party, but we're going to put this in the center. Get a little bit more. And then, all right, so there we go. I think that will be just fine. Then we will, actually we're gonna leave that out real quick because we do need to stamp in a second. But before we do that, we're gonna stamp our sentiment, which is hello. And this is from the Biggest Wish stamp set. So that's that. I love this stamp set because I like the big bold. sentiments as well as like the little cursive ones. And then we're going to just stick this right down here. Make sure I put it down far enough. Okay. And then we're going to stamp our other items. All right, so pool party. We need 2 of these leaves stamped in pool party. I've already got one. I already fussy cut it out because you didn't need to see me do it twice. So we're going to stamp that one there. And I'm trying to use up some scrap paper. So that is why I have these little cut up pieces. All right, we're going to set this aside. Grab our old olive. Stamp our old olive right there. I think it's probably time for me to re-ink all of my pads. And then we're going to stamp our pot again. I am learning to love flowers. I still am not a green thumb person at all. I kill every flower, but I love stamping them because I can make them pretty and they will last forever. That's the great thing about crafting. I mean, obviously, you know, I send my cards to people, but, you know, they can keep it and it won't die. All right, so we're just gonna fussy cut this out. We're gonna do it as quickly as possible, but I'm left-handed, so it does take me a little while longer. Especially when apparently I can't get my fingers on it to move it. And I need a little bit more edge there. All right, we'll go around this end. And if it's not perfect, it's just fine. As long as you have that white little border around it, is not going to make a difference. The bottom you don't need to worry about because it's going to be hidden. All right, so then we're going to do this one. And then we'll do our last one as well. Here's one of those times that you wish you could like make the video speed up, but you can't. And I didn't want you guys to, I wanted you guys to see how easy it is to actually fussy cut these out. If I can left-handed, it's really not that hard to do. Left-handed has a little bit harder time, and I've never really understood why. I guess it's the angle that we're at, but if I can cut these little things out, y'all can too. All right, so we got that one. And then I'm going to move that out of the way. And then we're going to do this one. Sometimes it is good to get that little excess off when you're fussy cutting, because it just kind of gets in the way. And then we're going to go around and there. All right, perfect. All right, so we've got our pieces down, all fussy cut out. We're going to come on over here. We're going to flip our pot over and we are going to put a little bit of adhesive down here. Then we are going to stick our old olive greenery first. Then we're going to flip it over again. We're going to put a little bit of adhesive up a little further onto that backing there. And then we're going to stick these kind of in that. Actually, we need to put it up a little bit higher. Let's go up a touch higher. There we go. And then these are going to sit in between our little V's right there of our plant. Okay, then we'll flip it over. We're going to put a bunch of dimensionals on it because I love dimensionals. I love putting dimensionals on everything. I love popping it all up. Let me grab another one. All right, so we probably won't need that many, but just in case. Well, it's pretty close there. All right, I think that will be enough. We'll take off those backings. And then we're going to situate this on the card front to where we can wrap some ribbon in between and tie a bow. Oh, so Marcia, I got off the phone with her probably about half an hour ago. I didn't even know she was in the hospital. I didn't, because I didn't go to Dawsey either this past month because we had a church work day, but I had no idea until she called me just a little while ago. So she did give me her room number so that if she's there much longer, then I can go and see her maybe this weekend, maybe Sunday afternoon after church. But I didn't even know that she was sick. But she sounded bad, but she said she was feeling a little bit better. Which makes my heart hurt because I know that is rough. The hospital is a rough place to be right now. All right, we're going to put dimensionals on the back and we're going to pop it up on our card base. And, oh, and Marcia, I'm assuming now that she does have her phone, she said the first couple of days she didn't have a phone with her. So I'm assuming that she officially has her phone with her now. Is that correct? I can call her. She gave me her room number, so I can call the room too, but I did want to make sure she's got that on there. All right. Last but not least, we are going to put on some butterflies because what better way to do potted plants than adding some cute little butterflies to it. That is, the butterflies are, I think, make this card shine a whole lot more. All right, so we're going to put on 3. So we're going to put 1 on a leaf there. And then, I lost that one. I don't know where it went. We'll stick this one right here. And then we'll stick this one right here. All right. Oh, there it is. We'll put that back on there. All right. So there is card number 1. And Amy likes butterflies, so this might be a card that goes to her. She's always getting the butterfly stuff. So, all right. There is card number 1. And I think card number 2, we're going to do, I keep swapping which one I'm going to do as number 2, but I think I'm going to do this one. I think I'm going to save my favorite one for last. So we're going to do a happy birthday card because we all need happy birthday cards. All of us need them. I always need lots of them. And we're going to pull out some of my favorite embellishments. These are some of my favorite. All right. And I need this one. This one does use quite a bit of colors. And it uses quite a few of the stamps, which is good. We get our money's worth out of these for sure. Now, there's no fussy cutting on this one. This one is all stamped right onto the card. All right. Or onto the cardstock. That's what I meant to say. Follow through with the cardstock. All right, so let's start with our big stamp, and we're going to stamp with this one again, so we need to clean it. And then we're going to also bring in our grid paper. And we've got our chamois right here, so we are going to clean this one, and we're going to clean this one. All right, so let's do some Azure Afternoon. I probably butcher that when I say it, but it's fun to say. All right, so we're going to stamp this one right down here. And then we're going to stamp it up here, like that. Then this is going to be this leaf here. So we're going to stamp this leaf twice using the Old Olive, which we used on the last card. So we are going to stamp at full strength. We're going to stamp there. Then we're going to stamp here. Okay. Then we're going to come down here. We're going to stamp here. And then we're going to stamp here. Like that. Then we're going to clean it because cleaning is important. Otherwise, it really won't stick to your block. So you want to make sure you give it a good clean. Don't get it too wet because if you get it too wet, it's going to slide right off of your block as well. Then all you're going to do is flip it over. That's the whole reversible part. And then we're going to ink it up. We're going to stamp it off. And then we're going to literally stamp right over our dark image, and it's going to fill it in. Now, this one has some curves to it, so when you flip it over, it's not going to be exact. It's going to be a little abstract. That is on purpose. So don't think you're doing something wrong. It is done that way on purpose. Although fussy cutting it out makes it a little bit more difficult, but it's all right. Okay. So now we've got both of those on there. We're going to close up our Old Olive. I think we might have to use that one more time. We are going to now stamp our, actually let's do our Highland Heather one. And we're going to stamp our middle. There's four pots in the stamp set. All right, let's do this one a little further down. Like that. And then we're going to stamp it. We're going to stamp it right here. And then we're going to stamp it right here. Kind of like stepping stones. Okay? All the way up. And then we are going to take our garden green. We're going to take this little flower image right here. It's a cute little thing. And we're going to stamp there. And we're going to stamp here. And we'll do it again down here. Yep. And then, of course, we want to do it right up here as well. You gotta make sure that you always add that little plant up there. Okay. Now to the next one. Oops. As I stick my finger in garden green. All right, so our next one is gonna be Melon Mambo. And we're gonna do this one up here. This one's gonna be kind of hanging off up there. We're going to stick this one here. And then this one here. Okay. And then we're going to take that image and we're going to stamp it with Shaded Spruce. So stamp. And then, we're going to leave that one empty because I definitely stamped it a little. You know what we can do though? Let me show you what we can do. We can take some of my lovely this is going to be a little trick that we're going to do. So I'm going to put some of my mint tape right there. Then we're going to pull this down and make sure that we're not too far up on that. And then ta-da, there we go. So now we still have a plant on it. And we'll probably put our sentiment a little further right there, but it'll be all right. It makes it homemade, right? Okay, last but not least, there is a butterfly in the stamp set. And we are going to stamp this butterfly all in our little areas that are blank. All right. And now I'm going to move this out the way. We are going to take, I've already cut out our Nesty Essential dies. We're going to take this and we're going to take our Azure Afternoon. And we're going to stamp our sentiment. We're going to stamp it right there in the center. Okay. And then we'll close it up so we don't get ink everywhere. We are going to take this piece. This is the next one down, and we're going to cut it in half. We're going to flip over our sentiment here. We're going to put some adhesive there, and adhesive there. Then we're going to take this and put it right about here. There we go. And then this one's going to go right about here. We will then pop it up because everything has to be popped up. And I'm going to stick that one there. And I did not put a bow on this one. All right, I'm going to stick this right about here. Okay, and then we are going to add this to our card front. You would need to add, oh, there we go. You would need to add a little piece to the inside of your card so that you can write on it. And I've got that piece right here. Let's stamp our large one right here. Let's do this one. Let's stamp it there. And then we're going to change up the leaf a little bit. We're going to take some the Shaded Spruce. We'll take that one. And then we're going to stick it right there. Ta-da! All right. No, not even linen thread on this one, Kathy. Not even linen thread. I almost did, actually. I almost put the, there's a ribbon combo in the catalog from the annual catalog. And it has Bubble Bath and Lemon Lolly and Azure Afternoon. And I almost put it on there, but it didn't look right. I couldn't put a bow. It just did not do its thing. So, no bow on this one. Michelle would do this card because there's no bow. And then we're just going to stick this flat on too. So this is some simple stamping for you. Other than the die cuts on the front, It is simple stamping. If you didn't even want to do the die cuts, you could literally stamp all around, and then in the very center, you could do that happy birthday. And then you wouldn't even have to like have your die cuts or anything like that. And that would be some true simple stamping for you. All right, last but not least, we're gonna add some embellishments right here on the front. And we're gonna do, I think my putty is starting to get a little on the bad side. I need to break it off and start over. That's what I need to do. All right, sometimes so your putty, we'll take a little commercial break here. Your putty will collect, because it's sticky, it'll collect like all the oils off your finger. It'll collect any dust if you leave it open. I leave this open a lot because I forget to put it back in my little thing after a live. So it collects a lot of dust. And then because it rolls across my table right here, it'll get a lot of ink on it as well. So I have a hard time because of my own self with this thing. I need to put my lid back on a regular basis. That's what I need to do. All right, and then we're gonna stick this one right here. Alrighty, there is our second card. Oh, thank you, Marcia. Yeah, this one I really wanted a bright, fun color, and I don't use Azure Afternoon very often, so I felt like this was the perfect time to do it. So, all right, let's do our last card, and this is my favorite card. I love the colors of it. I'm a navy blue girl through and through, and Night of Navy is my favorite Stampin' Up color. My second favorite is the Lost Lagoon, but the Night of Navy is hands down my favorite color in Stampin' Up. Has been since the day I joined, since the day I started crafting. So I also love the pink and the petal pink and the Coastal Cabana with some of the crumb cake too. So I decided to pull all that together for myself on this card. Now we are going to do a little paste. And I don't do paste very often, but it is one of my favorite things to do. So I'm going to pull in my glass mat because we're going to do a little bit of that. Now, I already have one that's done and dried so that we can actually finish making the card, but I want to show you what this paste will do. You'll just need some re-inkers. That's the best way to do it. You could also take some off of your pad, but then you would need to re-ink your pad. So I do highly suggest getting your re-inkers. There are palettes in the catalog. This is my favorite one. It's the only one I have left. I broke the other ones, but that's my own fault because I'm rough with them. But this one here is my favorite palette that they have anyway. So that's the one I'm using. And then we have the paste itself. So I always keep my seal here on top of it. Even though it's going to completely come off, I still put it on top. It makes it last just a little bit longer. It can dry out really quickly. So just know that. Some of mine is starting to get really hard, so it's probably time for me to get some new. But I'm going to take, this is probably too much, but that's what I'm going to take. So just so that you guys can see what we're going to do. I do suggest if you are going to use paste, you want to make sure that you have baby wipes near, or a bucket or a tub, a container or whatever of water, so that you can clean your stuff immediately, because it will harden really quick and then it does not come off. All right, I'm gonna pull out my piece that I need here. Hold on. Okay, actually, nope, I forgot to pull out the piece that's gonna go. Oh, I know. Actually, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do a larger piece. Okay. We're going to set that aside for just a second, and I'm going to show you how to put this together. So you're going to take your reinker, and you're just going to put like 2 little drops in. If you do a lot of paste, then put more, but this is good. 2 drops is enough for this amount right here. If you wanted it darker, you can obviously do that. You can add some more, but this makes it a good solid petal pink color, like the color it should be. And then we're just going to mix it around, scrape it, flatten it out, and do a good mix of it. And you see, it doesn't look like a lot, but I promise you, it is going to be enough. All right, now I've got that done. So I'm going to pull all that back together like that. I'm going to pick it up with my spatula here. We're going to lay it right there. We're going to pull this in. We are going to take a decorative mask, and we're going to use this one. You could use any ones. This is all Stampin' Up! Currently has right now, to my knowledge. But obviously there are stencils that you could use, or you can use other masks from other companies. There's some really good ones out there, so don't hold yourself back on that one. But we're going to take this, line it up, and then we are going to just attach our mint tape to the bottom, and then we're going to attach a piece to the top, just like that. And you can see I've used this already. I've actually used this twice to create the sample one, and then also to create the other one. So this mint tape is lasting. Now, the other thing you can use too is you can use our silicone mat. And you can see I've used it quite a bit with our paste as well. So you can use the silicone mat. Well, not Stampin' Up! Silicone mat, because I don't think Stampin' Up! Has a silicone mat anymore. I cannot find it on our website. But there's all kinds of silicone mats out there that you could use. So, all right. So now you're going to just take it, put it on your spatula, and you're going to run it across, okay? And you'll see that it's really thick, and you're just going to scrape it until you get it all covered to how you want it to be covered. Okay? And you see, like, it's not, it doesn't use a lot. Look at that. I still have over, well, probably about half of it left. And we can actually we'll fill up a little bit more on this one. We'll just fill up a whole bunch of it. This one I could actually cut in half and use for a different project too if I wanted. So see, if I sit here and fill in every part, we would then use just about all of it. And it really doesn't have to be a heavy coat. Like, seriously, I'm scraping it so that the paste is actually even with the mask itself. So I'm gonna do the whole thing so you can just see it. All right, I think I'm actually out. There we go. All right, so that is all we have. That was pretty good. Pretty proud of myself for using all of it like that. All right, so then I'm just kind of getting the excess off of it. Now I'm going to take my baby wipe. You spread it like butter. That is correct. Hello, Karen. All right, then I'm going to wipe this off because, again, it's going to dry. And the thinner it is, the quicker it dries, the faster it dries. So you want to make sure that you get it off. Otherwise, it's going to cake up on your tools and you won't be able to get it off. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and pick this up, and I'm going to just set that aside. Let me show you actually what it looks like. I'm going to take off our tape. And we're going to peel this off, and then ta-da! And then because, again, this is thinner than, it's as thin as the mask itself, it will dry pretty quickly, but you do need to let it sit aside for about an hour or two so that it can fully dry. And now I'm going to come through here and I'm get it off. And you see it's already starting to dry because it's so thin on this glass mat. Now, one thing you can do with your glass mat is you can put some alcohol on it and it will help to get it up as well. So if you have a glass mat, that's an easy way to fix it. All right, and then before we move on, I'm going to show you how to clean your mask. The easiest way I have found is to take a baby wipe and just rub it until it all comes clean. Now, you can also stick it in a sink and wash it that way. Either way is completely fine. I'm more of a lazy person because I don't want to have to go all the way to the kitchen or to the bathroom. So being able to do it with a baby wipe is just fine with me. And then we will flip it over, do it on this side, and then you can just take a towel and dry it. Okay, so then you're all clean. I'm going to set that aside. And then again, I'm going to wipe my glass mat off. So, ta-da, there we go. It is all clean now. And I'm going to move that out the way. And then we are going to take our already dry one. Oh, really, Vernon? So I love our paste. And the silver one is really good too. You can put like a drop of your color in it and it'll give it like that hint of the color, but then it still has that silver and that shimmer in it, and it's really good. We don't sell the actual shimmer paste anymore, which does make me really sad because I liked the shimmer paste. I liked it a lot. Okay, we're going to cut this down now. So I'm going to actually show you that I'm going to cut it off. And how I cut it when I do a larger piece like this is I kind of see where I want it to end, and then I will just trim it down. And then now on the other side, I know I need to cut it to the size of my actual measurements, which on this one is 3 7/5, or 7/5, 3 3/4. That would be 3.75 people, sorry. And then here again, we're gonna trim it kind of where we want it to go there at the top. And we're going to flip it around, and this one's going to be at 5. All right, so then we've got our piece there. And I like that it's not fully covered. I like that look with the paste, and even with your regular masking, if you do it with your blending tools, I like it a lot that way. All right, so now we are going to attach this to our Petal Pink cardstock right there. And just seal. As long as you don't saturate your cardstock with that paste, it really, it doesn't do a lot of bending or a lot of things that like embossing, like heat embossing does to it. Your cardstock is still pretty strong and still pretty flat. So as long as you don't get it too wet with that paste. All right, so then we are going to grab the rest of our things out of here. We're going to grab our card base. We're going to set that aside for a minute. And I'm now losing things. It is the end of the video, so everything is hidden underneath. I might need to move some stuff. Let's do that. Let's move the stuff that we've already used and don't need anymore. Okay. All right, so we've got our card base. This is going to get popped up right there on it. So we're just going to take our dimensionals. And put it on the back. Let's do one more. And my fingers are not now working. I don't know why. They just stopped working all of a sudden to get those off. All right. And I think I want it so that it looks like your top and your bottom there are less. And we'll line that up and stick it on there. Then we've got a little piece of crumb cake here that's going to stick off. I am actually going to measure it against this to cut because I want to make sure that I get it about the right size. I cut this piece a lot longer than it needed to be. Oop. All right, so we're going to cut it right about here and just at an angle like that. Great thing is you put your seal on the back of that cardstock right there, and it will go right on over that paste as well. Oh, I'm putting that up a little high. Let's see. Let's do it right about there. Okay. Okay, and then let's do, oh, and you can see the difference too. Like I put a little bit more in that one than I did in this sample and this sample. So, and that's because I put 3 drops in this one, and I only put the 2 in that one. All right. Here I have a piece of Petal Pink. We're going to stamp our sentiment on that. That's going to be for our inside. And we're going to stamp and then fussy cut out our pot and our leaves right there. Okay, so let's do our leaves first. And we are going to stamp right here. Okay, and I need this one. We're going to clean it. We are going to stamp off. And then we're going to stamp right there. We are going to clean it again, and then we're going to clean the other one as well. So we'll clean that, and then we're going to flip it over. We're going to clean this one, and then flip it over. We're going to ink this one up with our Coastal Cabana stamp off, and then we're going to stick it right on over like that. This one at full strength will stamp over our area right there. Okay. Then we need this pot here. So I'm going to take my cleaner and clean it. Then we're going to stamp that pot in Night of Navy. Just like that. And Night of Navy always stamps so amazingly. Always. Oh, actually we need Night of Navy one more time. And we're going to do Just a Note. Just a Note is from the Go-To Greetings. And I love this because there are so many different, not necessarily fonts. There are different fonts, but there's different sizes of the same sentiments. And I love that because sometimes you need a big one, sometimes you need a little one. And then we're going to see if we can get it on here. Ooh, perfect. And then we're going to trim off the edge down here. We're going to cut it right about here like that. And then we're going to trim off just a little bit more of this one at an angle. Okay. Then we're going to fussy cut because that's what this stamp set makes you do. But again, these are easy, and I promise you, being left-handed, it's easy with the left-handed too. So, especially this pot. This pot's really easy. I say that, and then look, I'm struggling there. All right. And then we're just going to cut off that bottom right there without cutting my finger. All right. Now, with this right here, I'm going to actually cut off around it so that I can cut it a little easier. So we are going to just cut around the dark image. Okay, and there's no reason for you to stamp these individually and cut them out individually. You can cut them as one. We have that watermelon set from Celebration, which, little plug, I'm going to be doing as a Celebration class after Celebration. So be on the lookout for that. But I've seen a lot of people stamp the images separately and then they cut them all out separately, like the rind of it and all that. There's no reason to do that. We will just do this. Cut it as one. Make it easy and simple for yourself. I'm all about the simplicity and the making it easier in the end. Okay, we're going to turn this over, put a little bit of adhesive back there, and then we're going to stick that right there. Okay, we're going to flip it over. We're going to pop it up. I'm going to take some of my edges here, stick it there, and stick it right here. Yep. And then we'll take our regular dimensionals and pop it up everywhere else. We are going to put our pot and flowers right about here, like that. And we are going to take some linen thread, tie a bow on it, we'll grab a glue dot, and then we're going to stick this underneath our sentiment. And I'm going to pull that down and trim right about there. And let's see, where are my glue dots? Here we go. We're going to stick that right about there, so close to the side of the pot. We're going to take and flip over our sentiment, put adhesive on one end of it, and then take a dimensional and put on the end there. We're going to put that over the bow, and then we want the crumb cake to show a little bit at the top. So then we're going to do right there. So we're just going to make it a little lower than that crumb cake. Last but not least, we're going to add our embellishments because it needs a little bling. And we'll put one here. We're actually going to stick that one there. And then we're going to put one here. Put one there, one right here, and then one right there. Okay, so that is my favorite card from all the projects tonight. I absolutely love these colors together. They're some of my favorite colors together with Stampin' Up! Color combination. So, all right, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Let me pull back in the cards. I forgot to put in the inside, but you can stamp it and then put your inside there. Let me pull in these again. So those are our 3 cards. Can you see the theme here? Blue, blue, blue. This is a little bit more, it's got a little bit of green in it, but it's still blue. So blue was the color for the pots tonight. Here is, again, the project I showed yesterday on my Facebook page. Here is a card using the same set that I did in class back in January. It was our card class. This is the project that is for the tutorial bundle for the month of March. And then this one, you will see a blog post on Friday. And again, you can find all the measurements for these projects for the projects we made tonight. You can find all of those over on my blog at simplyelizabethcrafts.com. If you order, you will get the 3 make and takes, these cards here, when you use that host code. Last but not least, I do have 2 things that I want to talk to you about. Well, 3 things actually. Before you go, sorry. Don't forget that celebration ends on Thursday. There will be no more free items after Thursday. I actually do have a bunch of stuff, like a bunch of overage stuff. So I may do like a celebration thing. I'll also have a celebration class using the watermelon after it's all done. But if there are specific products that you want from celebration, make sure that you place your order and get that done before Thursday or by Thursday. And don't wait till the last minute, because if there's internet problems or issues, then it doesn't go in and you would be out of luck. And let's see. Oh, and here's some other items that they have out there right now as well. So, then I wanted to show you, this is March's, I've drawn a blank, club. Goodness gracious. This is March. We are getting ready to go into March. So this is March's club. It uses the ice cream swirl. Somehow I'm missing a card. I'm not sure where I put it. It's probably where I've been typing my tutorial. But anyway, here are 5 of the cards right here. I think this one and this one are probably my favorite. I don't know. I really like that one too. So anyway, so here is, that one's a little fussy. Yeah, no, but it's cute too. So those are 5 of the cards. For club, for March, you will get a full pack of the bright 6x6 paper. You will also get a full bolt of some ribbon. Here it is. You will get a full bolt of this white ribbon that we have. And you will also get the embellishments that we just used on our last card, which I don't know what I did with them already. Hold on. I was using them so that, because I only have the one. Anyway, wherever they went, I don't know where they went. Oh, here they are. So then you'll get a full pack of that. So here's the items that you would have in your class bundle that you will get, that will be included. Club is $45, and if you want to get in on club, just email me and I can send you the link for that. So there's that. And then last but not least, I do have my spring retreat that will be April 19th and 20th. So if you're interested in that, you can message me for that information and for the link to register. So I think that's it. I'm going to go take a deep breath. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'm always happy to answer those. And I will see you guys not next Monday. I will see you next Tuesday, because it'll be the first of the month. So I will be at church. So you will get a live next Tuesday, and we will be using the paper pumpkin that came out. I just got it, so I hadn't even had time to play with it. So we will be doing paper pumpkin alternatives next week. All right, everyone, have a great one, and I'll see you later. Bye.